significant developments from the White House, where President Donald Trump has signaled his intention to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in what would mark a major diplomatic engagement between the two leaders. The announcement comes just hours after a crucial Wednesday meeting in Moscow between President Putin and Steve Witkoff, Trump's specially appointed envoy to the region. The timing of this diplomatic outreach appears carefully orchestrated, with Witkoff's Moscow discussion seemingly laying the groundwork for what could be a pivotal face-to-face encounter between Trump and Putin. While the details of this proposed meeting remain scarce, the very prospect represents a notable shift in US-Russia relations, particularly given the complex geopolitical landscape both nations currently navigate. However, it's the economic measures announced simultaneously that are perhaps generating the most immediate concerns in global markets tonight, including India. In a striking display of what appears to be a coordinated pressure tactic, President Trump has declared his intention to impose a punishing 50% tariff on imports from India, effectively doubling existing trade barriers against one of America's most significant trading partners. The justification for the dramatic escalation? Well, India's continued purchases of Russian oil. The administration clearly views these transactions as undermining broader Western efforts to economically isolate Moscow. The increased tariff rate is set to take effect in just 3 weeks' time, while an initial 25% rate will be implemented as early as Thursday. But India may not be alone in facing such measures. When pressed by reporters at the Oval today, President Trump suggested that similar tariffs could be imposed on China should Beijing continue its own Russian oil purchases. Yet, even as Trump announced these punitive measures, he was simultaneously celebrating a major economic victory, standing alongside Apple CEO Tim Cook in the Oval Office today. The president unveiled a remarkable $600 billion commitment from the technology giant to dramatically expand its American manufacturing operations. This represents one of the largest single corporate that is doing something like that in recent memory. Now, we at ANI will continue monitoring these developing stories and their global implications. In Washington, D.C., Reena Bharadwaj for ANI.